think she's tired. Mm-hmm. It is August 12th, 2018. We are up in Elk Creek, which is in Bear Valley in central Idaho. And we have been walking through this creek, and as we went through, Mike was harvesting seeds for sedges, which is a certain type of grass. Well, it's not really a grass. It looks like grass for a normal person, I guess. But it's triangle, not round. And so we were doing, he was doing that, and I was walking through the creek. I can't help thinking about how this creek was 200 years ago, before dams destroyed the salmon run in the southern United States. So there's still a salmon run in Alaska, but the salmon run here in the lower 48 are significantly less endangered. There's just not the quantity of salmon as there was when Lewis and Clark, as an example, came out west and recognized that the land and surveyed it. So as I was walking through these waters, I was thinking how these salmon are amazing creatures, because they spawn and they lay eggs way inland, in the beginnings of rivers. And then those babies go downstream, and as they grow downstream, they grow up and they remember their path all the way, and they go all the way downstream to the ocean. And then they live in the ocean, and then they come back up when they're ready to spawn and die, reproduce and die. And so they go all the way up the same exact pathway that their mother did, or their ancestors did. And they spawn exact same place as they were born. And then I believe they die. What amazing creatures that have memory. It's this memory that's encoded in us. We have this automatic thing that we live life automatically. And then I was also thinking about the Hawaiian tradition and the Native Americans in Hawaii. They have this tradition, it's the way of life really, and I forget the name of it. But what it is when a mistake is made, you say, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, and I love you." Salmon don't have the luxury of going up the wrong river, because they'll die if they do, and they can't reproduce. And the dams are stopping them now because they're going away. And but we as humans do have a luxury of changing our path of when we're going one direction and we recognize an error and we see the error and then we make amends. Last week, Mike played a sitcom that I had never seen before, but apparently it's old. It's called My Name is Earl. And the whole show was about that, making amends and trying to right our wrongs. I laughed very loudly. It was very funny because sometimes when we make amends and say I'm sorry, it never goes the way we want it to. We try and fix things that we broke or the errors that we made. It's almost like the errors were supposed to be there. Anyway, and then another thing that has been on my mind is there's a band that I enjoyed deeply. I had all their albums, called The Cranberries. And this year, the singer died. But the day she died, a band by the name of Bad Wolves recorded her song Zombie. And it's been playing on the air a lot in the valley. And I love that song because sometimes we're just a zombie in the sense that we can't help participating in this tracked behavior that we have. You know, this embedded impulse of doing things a certain way. So this is the things that I've been thinking about this week. And these are the videos that I took.